For years, let's be honest, OpenAI has been the undisputed king of powerful but very proprietary AI. But now, in a move that's sending shockwaves through the entire industry, they've gone open source. And this isn't just another model release. It's a potential turning point in the whole AI race, and we're going to break down exactly what it means for everyone.
You know, if you're a developer or you're running a business that uses AI, this has been the big question, right? Do you pay up for the convenience and raw power of a closed system like GPT-4? Or do you get your hands dirty, host your own open source model, and get more control and hopefully lower costs in the long run? It's always been this tough trade-off, but that might all be about to change. To make it super simple, think of it this way. A closed source model, that's like private land. You can pay for a ticket to get in, but the owner controls everything, what you can do, where you can go. Open source, on the other hand, is like a community garden. The blueprints, the seeds, they're all public. Anyone can use them, tweak them, and build something new on top. It's all about that shared, collaborative power.
And that right there brings us to the main event. The company that so many critics love to call closed AI just pulled a massive, totally unexpected U-turn right back to its open source roots.
So after years of keeping everything under lock and key with their paid APIs, OpenAI just dropped GPT-OSS. This is a huge departure from their recent game plan, and it feels like a direct answer to the incredible momentum we've been seeing from the open source community and their biggest competitors.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This wasn't some minor course correction. OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, he came right out and said it. This quote tells you everything. It shows just how vital they believe this move is to stay in the game. They saw where the world was heading and knew they had to get back on the open source field.
Okay, so what did they actually give us? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the specifics of these new models. So GPT-OSS comes in two main flavors. First, you've got a 20 billion parameter model. Think of parameters as kind of like brain cells for the AI. The more you have, generally the smarter it is. This smaller one is designed to run on consumer hardware, like a really good gaming PC. But then you've got the heavyweight, a massive 120 billion parameter model built for data centers and the real serious enterprise stuff.
Yeah, you heard that right. 120 billion parameters. To put that into perspective, this is a monster of a model. It instantly puts OpenAI right up there with the most powerful open source options available today. They're not just dipping their toes in, they're cannonballing into the deep end.
And it's not just about raw size either. The smaller model, the 20 billion one, scored an 85.3 on this benchmark called MMLU, which is a big test for general knowledge and problem solving. Now, why is that number such a huge deal? Because that's basically on par with the original GPT-4. That level of power is now something anyone can just download and run on their own computer. Insane.
And this accessibility piece is it's everything. That smaller 20B model, it only needs 16 gigabytes of VRAM. That's the special memory in a graphics card. This puts it within reach for millions of developers, researchers, and just curious hobbyists. It means you can run a GPT-4 class model on your own machine, totally offline. But the perks go way beyond just performance. It's been released under something called the Apache 2.0 license, which, believe me, is a total game changer. This means you have complete commercial freedom. No fees, no caps on how many users you can have, no weird geographic restrictions that pop up later. Plus, it's got that advanced reasoning and can use tools like web search right out of the box.
Now, when you make a move this big, you create winners and you create losers. In fact, some people are calling this a scorched earth strategy, basically designed to completely reshape the market. So let's take a look at those ripple effects.
The winners? They're pretty clear. Developers and startups now have free access to a top-tier model, which could unlock a ton of new businesses. And, of course, a huge winner here is NVIDIA. Why? Because the demand for powerful GPUs to run and fine-tune these models is about to go through the roof.
But on the flip side, man, the pressure is now on for companies like Mistral and Cohere. Their whole business model is selling access to powerful models, and now they're facing a free, high-performance alternative from the biggest name in AI. I mean, why would you pay when you can get something just as good or maybe even better for absolutely nothing?
And when you look at the performance benchmarks, you can see the strategy crystal clear. While the exact numbers change depending on the test, GPT-OS is positioned to go head-to-head with top dogs like Llama and Qwen. It just set a new, incredibly high baseline for what a free model is capable of. They're not just joining the race, they're aiming for pole position right from the start.
And the licensing? That's another major battleground. Take Meta's Llama models. They're super popular, but they come with strings attached for really big commercial users. GPT-OSS, with its Apache 2.0 license, is truly open. It gets rid of those barriers, making it way more attractive for big companies to adopt.
But of course, it's not all positive. You can't just release a model this powerful into the wild without some major risks. There are real concerns about bad actors using it for things like sophisticated cyber attacks or massive disinformation campaigns. And here's the kicker. Once that model is downloaded onto someone's computer, there's no way for OpenAI to take it back or even see how it's being used.
So, with all of that laid out, let's bring it all back home. What does this completely new AI landscape actually mean for you?
The biggest takeaway is simple, but it is so profound. Top-tier GPT-4 level artificial intelligence, it's no longer a premium service you have to pay for in the cloud. It's now the baseline. It's a commodity that's free for anyone to download, to tweak, and to run securely on their very own hardware. This just fundamentally changes the entire economic equation of building with AI.
And for anyone out there ready to start playing around with it, the path to getting started is actually pretty clear. You basically just need to get an access token from a site like Hugging Face, install some software, set up your computer, and then run a few lines of code. The documentation makes it really accessible for developers to jump right in.
So, this all leaves us with one final massive question. By open sourcing a model this powerful, OpenAI has hit the accelerator for everyone. With this incredible new baseline available to all, you have to wonder, has the AI race just entered its fastest, most unpredictable, and maybe most exciting lap yet?